everybody, and welcome to this episode of Infantry Outdoors. Yours truly, your favorite disabled DJ. I'm Infantry, back at it again. Welcome to today's program, and before we get started, as always, let's acknowledge the folks and the sponsors that have gotten us here. Lady B with the National Motor Club, make sure that you get yourself covered with the nation's oldest and largest privately owned motor club today. Also, Silver Connections Group, whether you're looking to get a new website and boost your Google rankings or any of that good sort of stuff, let Silver Connections handle that. And of course, 111ads.com. Get your business and everybody's mobile device today with 111ads.com. Well guys, it's tournament season, and I couldn't think of a better video to talk to you guys about than my biggest adversary in fishing. What are we talking about? It's not rods, it's not reels, it's not even lines or lures. It's something that gets overlooked by just about every angler out there, and it's one of the biggest parts of fishing that you can't really overlook. So what are we talking about today, guys? Well, we're gonna be naughty on the program. We are talking about knots. Today I'm gonna show you my 3 favorite knots that I use on every rod and reel that I fish with here, whether it's tournament, bank fishing, whatever. And being visually impaired, I would have to say they're the 3 easiest knots that you can tie and get out on the water and catch some really big fish. So let's get into the first one and we'll get things started. Welcome to the program, guys. If you're not subscribed by now, be sure to subscribe. It's free, it don't cost a thing. Just click the button, and while you're there, hit that bell next to it so that you can be notified when we put out a new video, which, by the way, product reviews are on Wednesdays and the show is on Fridays. So make sure that you check us out for Wednesdays and Fridays for our newest episodes. All right, so the first knot that we're gonna learn is one of the first knots I ever learned to tie. It is the improved clinch knot. Very simple knot. Now, one of the tricks that you guys can do if you're like me and you can't see very well, you know, this is a clear piece of line. I always find contrasting colors in nature in order to see the line and to be able to work with it. So in this case, I'm going to use the camera screen or a background here on the boat in order to find the hole and to thread it. Now you're going to want to go through the back of the eye. The hook is over here. You're going to go through the back. Just like so. Holding the 2 pieces of line together. And we're going to take the hook and we're going to spin the hook 7 times. 1, 2, ooh, let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you have a twisted line with a loop down here, and your tag ends are still in this end. Now you're going to take your tag end, which is right here. Okay, and we're going to feed it through this loop that we created down near the end. And you guys can see I do use my teeth. You may have to do that as well. Once you go through the loop down here, take your tag end, and this loop that you have in your hand, bring the tag end through there. Okay, and it'll look something like this. Now we're going to wet everything with our tongue. And that prevents the line from burning when we pull and cinch this down. Now I have the tag end in this hand, the line end in this hand, just simply pull. You can use your teeth. Get that knot to cinch itself down. Then you have your tag end right here. That's what your knot looks like. Cut off the tag end. You do not have to cut these off right at the knot. Okay, no knot you ever want to cut that off right at the knot, because when you do pull and it does stretch, that line is going to slide a little bit. But there you go. You have a perfectly tied, improved clinch knot that will not come undone. Very simple knot. Like I said, it's just twist 7 times, run your line through the first loop, come back through the second loop, pull, cinch it tight, and there you go. There you go, the improved clinch knot. Quick, simple, and the first knot I ever learned how to tie. Always use it on plastic line. Always, always, always use it on plastic line. I never use it on braid. It's always something that I use on plastic line. Okay, so we got the clinch knot down. Now we're going to do probably one of the most widely used knots in fishing. It is one that I use on all braided line. You can even use it on plastic line. I don't prefer to. I do it on braid line. but it is one of the most widely used knots out there. It is called the Palomar knot. Now we're going to use this hook just for demonstration. It's just a, you know, wide gap hook, and we've got our braided line. Now this one, again, I'm right-handed, you guys might be left-handed. I fold the line in half. Now, if you're doing plastic line, monofilament or fluorocarbon, do not fold your line in half. You're going to run it through the eye, then come back and run it through again, creating a loop on this end and 2 pieces on this end. I don't do that because you can imagine it's hard enough for me to get the thing to go in there once to try to get it to go twice. So that's why I always do this on braided line. Take your line, run it through the eyelet. Just like that. Then take your line, your two pieces and your 2 lines, and tie an overhand knot. Just like that. Now you have this big loop here at the end. We're going to open the loop. Okay. You're going to open the loop, put your hook through the loop, just like that. Wet everything and cinch it down. And that's it. Probably the most used fishing knot in all of fishing, the Palomar knot. Take your cutters. Cut off the tag end. And there you go. Probably the widest used knot in fishing, the Palomar knot. Very simple. Fold the line in half, go through, tie an overhand knot, take your loop, bring it through, cinch it down. The Palomar knot. Okay guys, so the last and final knot that I'm going to show you today, being that I live in South Florida, we do a lot of flipping, a lot of punching, pads, mats, grass, stuff like that. So for my final knot today, I'm going to show you what's called the Snell knot. Okay, the Snell knot is used with a flipping hook, a heavy weighted straight shank hook, and it's used for punching grass, punching anything. You know, if you want to punch through something, if you want to flip, this is the knot that you would tie. Okay, so you take your straight shank hook, and we're going to make sure that we turn it the other way. Now you want to go through the hook side of the hook. Very important for this, and I'm going to show you why when we're done. Again, finding something in nature to see the line, run the line through. Okay, and we're going to come down the back of the hook and make a loop and bring it over itself. Just like that. So you can see I have the loop here and the tag end here. Now, we're going to go around this part of the hook 5 times. So we're going to go once, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you should have this. You have your line, you have your tag end, and then we still have our loop right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the tag end and we're going to run it through this loop. Okay, and once you've done that, wet your line and pull your line end tight. And there you go. Now the reason we went through the front of the hook versus the back of the hook is that this technique, when you have your bait on here, and you go to set the hook and you pull it, you can see the hook goes up. This increases your hook set, and then it makes it better for you to be able to hook them fish in all of those pads. As you guys can see, it hangs down. When we pull that hook set, it pulls the hook up. If you would have went through the back of the hook, it would pull the hook away, which would make you lose hook sets. So by tying a snell knot, you're able to increase your hookup chances by it pulling this forward.
Infantry Outdoors is sponsored in part by Lady B with the National Motor Club. Get the nation's oldest privately owned motor club protecting you. Call today and let Lady B be your guide to the National Motor Club. Silver Connections Group. Improve your social media standings. Get better Google rankings or start your own website at silverconnectionsmobile.com. 111. Advertise in mobile apps and get your business in everyone's phone. Advertise today with 111ads.com. And by donations from viewers like you.
Well, there you go, guys. 3 very simple, easy to tie knots that are often, like I said, overlooked. A knot is a very important thing in fishing because if your knot isn't correct and you set the hook, you lose the fish. A lot of folks tend to blame the line when at the end of the day, a proper knot tied correctly ain't going nowhere. So we have 3 knots today, guys. We have the improved clinch knot, we have the Palomar knot, and we have the snell knot. If you use these 3 knots, you'll be able to fish any conditions, anytime, anywhere. And again, if this blind guy can tie these knots, they can't be that hard to tie, right? So all of these knots are blind guy approved, and I hope that you found this information helpful. And of course, write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or feel free to drop it in the comments below. And of course, if you'd like to become a sponsor or Patreon of this program, visit us at patreon.com/infantryoutdoors. Become a Patreon today and get all of the added benefits of becoming a Patreon, like first looks at videos and a lot of incentives we got coming up for 2020. Also, another way is to donate to PayPal. Go to paypal.me/infantryoutdoors and just send us a straight donation. Either way, Patreons and donations will all be noted in our upcoming videos. And of course, if you have something that you'd like to discuss with us, write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com, or maybe it's something you'd like to have us come out and participate in. Either way, give us a shout. We'll reach back out to you. Guys, that's all I have for you today, so I hope that you enjoyed the 3 knots that this blind guy uses to go fish with. Remember to give us a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed by now, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and become part of the Infantry Outdoors family. So for me, the Infantry, time for me to go, get up, get out, and make way. But guys, I hope that this and all of my adventures inspires you to get outdoors. So until our next adventure, I'm DJ Infantry. Have a great day, and we'll see you here on Infantry Outdoors.